Imagine leading a movement, speaking out loudly against illegal immigration, calling for the rights of citizens, demanding action, only to have your own origins questioned and your identity challenged as critics claim you might be foreign yourself. That is the storm swirling around Zandile Dabula, head of Operation Dudula, in South Africa right now. Operation Dudula is well known for its stance on immigration, undocumented migrants, and the pressures they say these migrants bring to public services, employment, and social cohesion. But the narrative has recently taken a twist as accusations have emerged that Zandile Dabula, who is leading this fight against illegal immigration, may herself not be South African by birth or may have ties outside the country. This raises debates that touch on authenticity, hypocrisy, legality, and trust. Can you lead such a movement if your own nationality is in question? Is this claim fact or rumor? And what are the stakes for South Africa as a whole? South Africa has long been a magnet for migration in the region, being the most industrialized economy with better opportunities. People from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Malawi, Lesotho, Eswatini, and further afield have moved into the country over decades, some legally, some illegally, some as asylum seekers, and some undocumented. This has created a reality where foreigners are woven into daily life, but also a reality of tension as communities struggling with unemployment and poor services often direct their frustrations toward outsiders. The Constitution guarantees rights to everyone, but immigration laws and the strain on resources have fueled resentment. Xenophobic outbreaks have happened many times, often violently, exposing deep divisions. Operation Dudula emerged in this climate in 2021, starting in Soweto and spreading into other communities. Its name, meaning to push out in isiZulu, reflects the group's mission of targeting illegal immigrants and calling for services and jobs to be prioritized for citizens. For supporters, it is about defending sovereignty and dignity. For critics, it is scapegoating. Zandile Dabula has risen as one of the faces of the movement, making strong statements about constitutional rights, access to services, and who belongs in South Africa. She has often insisted that undocumented migrants should not benefit from health and education systems meant for citizens, drawing criticism from human rights groups. It is against this backdrop that the controversy has erupted. Some critics claim that Dabula herself might not be South African by birth. Social media users have circulated suggestions that her roots may be in Zimbabwe, that she is of Ndebele heritage present in both South Africa and Zimbabwe, or that she has not been transparent about her past. Posts say there is no clear evidence of her family background and no visible proof of her being born and raised in South Africa. Others insist that her lineage ties back across the border. These are serious accusations because of the political symbolism. Leading an anti-immigrant movement while allegedly being foreign would be painted as hypocrisy by opponents. As of now, there has been no official verification by authorities such as the Department of Home Affairs to confirm or deny her nationality. Major newspapers have reported that questions are being asked, but they have not presented hard evidence that she is foreign. The loudest voices claiming she is not South African are coming from social media commentary. Bona magazine has reported on the debate, saying people are calling for her to prove her nationality, but it did not provide verifiable proof against her. Dabula herself has not issued a detailed public denial or confirmation beyond defending her activism and her interpretation of constitutional rights. She has said that undocumented migrants' rights have been misrepresented and that South Africans are being sidelined, but she has not addressed the personal accusations directly. Critics argue that if she is not South African, then she has no moral authority to lead Operation Dudula, and they see it as a betrayal. Some accuse her of hypocrisy, using the same identity politics she promotes against others. On the other hand, her supporters dismiss the claims as baseless attacks or argue that even if she had foreign ancestry, it would not negate the issues she raises. Some say that whether she is foreign or not, her activism speaks to the frustrations of ordinary citizens. Human rights observers caution that accusations of being foreign are often weaponized in South Africa to silence opponents or delegitimize activists. They warn against mob justice and insist that evidence, not rumor, should guide the conversation. For Operation Dudula, credibility is at stake. If people believe Dabula is not South African, the movement could lose legitimacy, as its leader would embody the very contradiction it campaigns against. If it is later proven that she is South African, the backlash could strengthen her support as people see her as a victim of smear campaigns. For immigration policy, this moment underscores how fragile debates are around nationality and belonging. It shows how quickly accusations can fuel xenophobia or distract from systemic issues like unemployment and governance failures. It also highlights the power of social media in shaping public discourse, where unverified claims can spread rapidly before evidence is considered. Looking ahead, Dabula might eventually release proof of her nationality, such as official documents, which could silence critics. Journalists might investigate further and either confirm or disprove the rumors. Authorities might be pressured to clarify her status if the controversy grows. If no proof emerges, the uncertainty itself might continue to hang over Operation Dudula, affecting its credibility and emboldening its critics. Politically, this could either weaken her leadership or rally her base if they see her as unfairly targeted. It could also intensify tensions between South Africans and foreign nationals, as accusations of hypocrisy could fuel resentment in both directions. At this stage, the only certainty is uncertainty. There is no public proof that Dabula is not South African, yet suspicion persists because of the polarizing nature of Operation Dudula's activism. It is a reminder of how fragile identity politics are in South Africa and how quickly questions of belonging can become tools for political battles. It also reminds us that accusations about nationality are not neutral. They have consequences in a society already struggling with xenophobia and violence against migrants. For that reason, this is not just about one person's identity. It is about how South Africa defines belonging, who is considered legitimate to speak on national issues, and how evidence should guide public debate. Unless hard evidence emerges, this story will remain contested, with each side using it to fuel their arguments. Critics will continue to demand proof and accuse her of hypocrisy. I'd love to hear what you think. Do you believe the claims about her nationality matter when judging her activism? Should the identity of a leader shape how we evaluate their message, or is the message itself more important? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the discussion respectful. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on stories like this, please hit the subscribe button and share it with others. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay informed.